Hi guys, it's Beacon Hill Books. I'm here today for a book review for In Order to Live, a North Korean Girl's Journey to Freedom by Yeonmi Park with Marianne Vollers. The audiobook that I listened to was read by E.G. Kim. The reason that I started reading this book was somebody posted on Facebook this video of her speaking in Dublin, and it was a horrifying account of what she went through in her own words. I'm still glad that I read the book on top of it, but I will link that video below if you have not seen it yet. This book has been reviewed a bunch on BookTube, so I don't need to go into it a ton. I don't think I've heard anyone else say otherwise. It's an amazing, inspiring, heartbreaking, and heart-wrenching story. This girl has such an unbelievable spirit, and she would not be broken, and she still continues to fight and be a human activist for treatment of her people in North Korea. There were a few little quotes and things that I found meaningful to me when I was listening to the book. I highly recommend this book. If you guys want to know anything about North Korea, especially given the current climate, but I mean, it's just good to know anyways. Yeonmi Park, she's brought up in North Korea during the Kim dynasty. There's no words to express how disappointing and heartbroken I am for the way that human beings are treated. This is a little bit of the blurb from Yeonmi. She said, "I wasn't dreaming of freedom when I escaped from North Korea. I didn't know what it meant to be free. All I knew was that if my family stayed behind, we would probably die from starvation, from disease, from inhumane conditions of a prison labor camp. The hunger had become unbearable. I was willing to risk my life for the promise of a bowl of rice." And this is the current state of affairs there. She also says, when you have so little, just the smallest thing can make you happy. And she was speaking to this in regards to electricity. Most times in North Korea, they did not have electricity. It went off and on, particularly off most of the time. And so just having that little blip of electricity made her happy. And she was walking home, I think from school, I want to say, I'm not sure, I can't remember, but this quote, she said, "After a while, you had to shut off your heart, and that is like hell." Because she was just walking home, and there was people in extreme pain and in extreme starvation, and to survive, you had to just kind of walk yourself down the street because you just kind of had to go about your own business for your own survival. This was interesting, this quote, 75% of North Koreans in South Korea have some sort of emotional or mental distress, and she thinks that this is a low estimate. So, listening to what she has gone through, I definitely agree. It has to be more than 75%. These poor people. She also wrote, "I am most grateful for two things, that I was born in North Korea and that I escaped from North Korea." So Yeonmi's journey, she leaves North Korea and escapes into China. And then from China, she escapes into Mongolia to fly to South Korea. While she was in China, she dealt a lot with human trafficking, which is a very horrific aspect of our world that needs so much help. And her and her mother were chastised by a priest for having to do some of the things they had to do to survive. And it made them hold back on telling their story. But Yeonmi really believed and figured out that she needed to tell her story in order to help the people that are experiencing this still. And it severely opened up my eyes to these things that are happening in the world. It's just heartbreaking. I mean, we need to be able to step up and help people that cannot do that for themselves. And I've just been totally inspired. Everybody that I've told that I've read this book to, and they said if you liked it, to definitely pick up Nothing to Envy: Ordinary Lives in North Korea by Barbara Demick. As much as May's journey is horrifying and heartbreaking every single step of the way, this also gives different perspective to people that in some aspects Yeonmi was better off than others. And that's completely difficult and shocking to believe, because what she went through, no human should have to go through. I just want to say I was totally inspired by Yeonmi's strength and bravery and courage. And this is I have to say, like, I do think this is one of the books that everybody should read if they can. It brings up multiple hot button issues that need to be addressed in the world. I know I'm a little late to this party, but better late than never. Please let me know if you read this book, and let me know if you have read the Nothing to Envy book or any other book. Everybody, happy reading, and thanks for watching. Bye.